Morning, folks. So the last few days, I've been doing a bit of a Sherpa role for a new player within Tarkov. He hopped onto the official Tarkov server. We have an official South African Tarkov server. We actually have an emissary, the whole works. And when I was showing him something in my stash, he asked me, how do you have so much money and why do you keep so many water filters? And I said to him, that's how I make money. And he said to me, would you mind please showing me? And I thought, that's good. Let me actually show all of you. And I really actually don't mind sharing this info. Hopefully it works for you guys on your servers, and hopefully you find it kind of useful. So let's get into the run and into the terrible voiceover. Right, so I spawned in as a scav. Oh yeah, I'm here by the power station at the paid extract if you are a PMC. First thing I do, if I ever spawn at this sort of site, is I check the hidden stash here next to this building. As you can see, my scav didn't spawn with much, and somebody's hit that stash already. That doesn't matter. Then, second thing you do, if you ever spawn here, is double check the shelves. Now, I have had it where I've run in, the power has been switched on, and there is still GPUs on the shelf. Don't ask me how that is even possible, how a PMC will run in there, not check the shelves and just flip on the power, unless they're heavily into PvP and want the lights in the Kiba store or everything on. I don't know, but it's happened several times. Okay, so unfortunately my scav does not have the stamina that my PMC has. So we're going up the ramp here, and we're going to enter here behind Goshen and start checking the shelves. Metal scissors. Pick it up. Metal scissors sell anything from 35 to 40,000. That's a splint. Might as well take the splint in case of a medical emergency. What I'm actually looking for is fuel or thermite. I have picked up a lot of thermite there. Also, check the toolboxes. Pox. Pox is worth, I think, 17,000 from a therapist. Oh, full medical kit. Hell yeah. AFAC medical kit. Then, check the weapons crate. It could be that a PMC has come through and not checked the weapons crate. Blue gunpowder, kite gunpowder, still worth getting. Sometimes you need to hold on to it for a day or two until the price goes up or stabilizes. Yeah, it's just the dust cover. I'll take it. I'll drop it a little bit later. So moving along the back shelves here of Goshen. And all I am really looking for at the moment is thermite. I've noticed I've only got 9 minutes left. So I have dropped into these sort of raids so many times with 10 to 15 minutes left. What I do want to check is this bag at the back here. Oh yes, bingo. So the Bronze Lion is about 100,000, and I discard the RPK dust cover. Bronze Lion, if you sell it to Therapist, is 100,000. Okay, so this raid has already started becoming quite profitable. Lunchbox, kind of useless. It's all useless crap. Next I quickly want to check is the gun case at the front of this. Paracord sells up to 30,000 lately, and therefore 15,000 per square, well worth taking. And Paracord you can also use in multiple ways. First way obviously is to take Paracord, a armored rig and a red ribble into reserve, and then you can use the extract up by the observation tower. Second is also that Paracord is needed when you build a couch backpack in your hideout. Right, now we come with 7.5 minutes. We come to the back of Oli or Oli. However you want to pronounce it. I call it Oli, other people call it Ollie. And I luckily spawned with a shotgun, and I start scanning the shelves. And what I'm scanning the shelves for, I call blue gold. So there was an electric motor. Electric motors have really fallen in value. They are not worth taking. They're 4 squares and sell for 30 to 35,000, which breaks the rule of 12.5 to 15,000 per square. So you need to move fast. I mean, there's 6 minutes and 50 seconds left, and we're specifically looking for 1 to 2 items. Check the shelves. Keck tape, I think 15,000 at Therapist, and then I've got a big enough backpack. And I always pop the scavs if I have to, mostly because I want to see if they've possibly got key cards on them. As I said in the introduction, I've recently had great luck with key cards and spawning with key cards, or killing scavs with key cards. Right, we want to check all of the bottom of these shells. And there it is, blue gold, a water filter. Water filters are insanely profitable at the moment. There's another one. Oops, okay, I'm gonna make some space. Discard the filter. Filter isn't worth that much. Water filters sell for roughly 75 to 90,000 on the flea market at the moment. So that is 38 to 45,000 per square. A lot of PMCs skip them. Have a little bit of a gunfight here with the Tars wearing. Oh, and there's another scav. Be careful now. And he's down. And again, I check these guys mainly for key cards. Sometimes they've got other stuff that's worth it. And now you're not always going to find water filters. Sometimes PMCs will come past and actually check for water filters as well. Oh, very nice. This guy had one of those axes. That axe sells for about 55,000, and he's got a relatively decent ADAR with a sight. But I'm not going to need the magazines. Check the pockets. All right. That ADAR, I think, will sell for about 46,000 back to mechanic. And we're continuing just to check the shelves here. Now, the water filters can spawn on any. There's a gas bottle or propane bottle. They've also gone down in value. There was a spot last weekend where they sold for about 70,000. And yeah, then it was worth it. Otherwise, the size to the space they take, not worth it. So literally, you just want to check every shelf here. I was super lucky that I spawned with a... Oh, and there's a third one. So an average of 80,000 each. That's 240,000 so far. WD-40 there, which is useless. I've got 3 minutes left, so I need to hustle. Double check. No, nothing on the shelves. So I've got a bronze line, which is 100,000. 3 water filters, which are roughly 80 to 90,000 each. We'll tally up towards the end quickly. Alright, so I'm just running towards Emercom. Unfortunately, my scav does not have the... It does not have the endurance that my PMC has. Sometimes you spawn with a scav that's got good endurance, and sometimes you have this guy who can't take 2 steps without being out of breath. Right, 2 minutes 20. I want to quickly check this. I want to quickly check this hidden stash by the rocks. It's a bit of a risky move because anybody coming from behind will see you there and will shoot you in the back. Nothing worthwhile taking. As I said, everybody's hideouts are upgraded at the moment, and therefore electric motors are not worth it at all. It's almost cheaper just to buy them on the actual flea market than to go through all the effort. Alright, so with a minute and 40-ish seconds we're extracting. Quick. I think that run took maybe 10 minutes in total. And yeah, 9 minutes 59 seconds in total. So 10 minutes. Let's see what this netted us. 3 scav kills. Alright, so I'm not one of those people that'll take the rig off and sell it, etc. I'll take the bag, but the bag, I think, Ragman gives you like 1,000 rubles for the bag. But we're gonna do as much here as possible. Okay. So while it's loading, I'm quickly popping up a calculator on my PC here, and I just want to see how much I made. I think when I recorded this, it was around about 400 or 450,000. But we will quickly see once it's done with its circle loading trick. Now, I don't know why it takes so slow, because this thing runs off a Samsung NVMe. Alright, so we start with the water filters. They're at the moment, cheapest ones are 90,000 each. So 90,000 times 3. That's 270,000 for those 3. Okay, Paracord. Paracord's a little low, and as you can see, my offer is already selling there. $23,995. Bronze Lion. I think the Bronze Lion is actually better to sell to Therapist. Axe. Wow, 57,400. So we sell ours. 57,350. Check what the kite gunpowder is. That's 17,000 for the cheapest one. I'll put mine at 19,500. Metal scissors 39,800, almost 40,000. So I'll sell mine 39,850. So we get to the dealers, and we want to sell the 2 firearms, and that's 56,185. Plus, we sell all of that to Ragman. That was another 60,000. That's 100 plus, and I'm keeping the AFAC, but the AFAC would have been 16,000, so we can call it 131,000 just to round off. And 700 for the shotgun shells. So as you can see, 657,880 rubles in that run. Right. So as I'm editing this, I realize I just need to mention a couple of things. Your scavs have a cooldown. I think my scav has an 8 or 9 minute cooldown. When you're a new player, your scav will have about 15-minute cooldown. So you might get 3 runs like this in an hour. That's still enough. If you know where to look and you're lucky enough, you can make a 500,000 per run. That's 1.5 million rubles per hour. Okay. Also, remember, you're not going to extract successfully every time. I've had it where I spawned with a keycard and I've got 2 water filters on me, and I just around the corner, or I'm running outside towards the MRCOM extract, and a PMC shoots me in the back of the head, because PMCs kill scavs. It is what it is. It's the nature of Tarkov. In a case like that, choose a night run, or just wait for your scav to cool down and go in again. Making money in this wipe is easy. And with 1.5 million rubles in an hour, you have enough to buy a couple of kits and go in PvP to your heart's content and lose it all, and just rinse and repeat it the next day. You also have enough to actually buy stuff on the flea market so that you can gear up properly and do the quests that you need to do. So I really hope that you found this useful, and yeah, let me know in the comments any other runs that you'd like to see, areas where you think you make money, and I'm happy to try and test it and share it. Anyway, otherwise, people, have a fantastic weekend, and yeah, we'll speak soon. Take care. Cheers.